Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In the purple box is some mystery math, and your challenge is to figure out what it is. Today's Friday, so today's math is supposed to be particularly challenging. You can use the link in the description to try this out, and when you think you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. All right, let's start with a 0. Okay, 0 gives us 0. How about a 1? It looks like I made a mistake there, but that's all right. We'll ignore that last one. How about a 2? Oh, so 2 gives us what looks like a non-repeating decimal. So do we have a, well, I'd say square root function, but that's not the square root of 2. It's kind of close, but not really. How about a 3? That's a little closer to the square root of 2. Huh, interesting. Let's try some negative numbers, see if we get an error. So let's put in a -1. Oh, so I guess a -1 is just fine. How about a -2? Oh, so this has no problem with negative numbers. How about a -3? And in fact, we're just getting the same values for each of these, but just negative when we put in a negative. That is really interesting looking. I'm going to do some fractional values, get a little closer to the center there. So 1/2. And -1/2. So the reason I did that is because to me, this was looking a little bit like a cubic function, except weirdly tipped on its side. And so I wanted to see if it kind of flattened out near the center, and it appears to do that. So how do we get something that's like a cubic function but is sideways instead of up and down? Um, Actually, I'm going to put in 8. I have a little bit of a hunch about this. Okay, and let's put in a -8 just to be symmetrical here. Yeah. So let me tell you what I think is happening. My first impression is that this looked like square root. So I was thinking the square root function. But then when we saw it have something in common with a cubic function, I thought, is this possibly cube root function, cube root of x? And I think that's actually what it is. When I put in an 8, I got a 2. The cube root of 8 is 2. And the cube root of -8 is -2. We could think of another cube, a perfect cube, and see if it comes out. The cube root of 27 is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So let's put in a 27, and that's 3. It won't show up on the graph, but I think that shows what we've got going on here. How interesting that the cube root looks like it takes the cubic function and flips it on its side. Well, let's verify that we got this right. Yeah, there it is. The f of x equals the cube root of x, and we can graph that as well. And there it is. Pretty interesting looking function there. Well, how did that go for you? I think this was super difficult. Did you think cube root? If you did, let me know how you got it. Thanks, everybody.